Hello, my name is Jenna Cantor. I'm a physical therapist, and today I want to talk about how I found my happiness in physical therapy. So I'm going to actually take you back to before I even went into physical therapy. I was a professional musical theater performer for more than 15 years, up to even the point where during my first year as a physical therapy student, I was getting offered professional gigs, which was very difficult. Now, I need to give you an insight here because this was a really hard time in my life when I was going into physical therapy school, especially during my first year, because I felt like a failure. I was a failure because I was leaving the performing arts to do something else. So I felt like a quitter, a failure. I did not want people on social media to know that I was in school for physical therapy and at a very prestigious school as well. I wanted to hide it. So I started off my physical therapy career, if you will, at a very low point. But something really unexpected happened for me while I was in school that was a big turning point for me to start moving toward true happiness that I did not even know was possible. And that was when I co-founded Fairy Tale Physical Therapy with my classmate Katie Schmidt. We were standing in line for an anatomy class, and we got in a conversation, and from that, Fairy Tale Physical Therapy was born. And I was coming from a place where I was so devastated to not being able to perform. I didn't know how I was going to fit it into my schedule or anything. This was the solution. Very few rehearsals, I had control over it, and then I would get to perform. It was all me. My big turning point was when we had that first show ever. We had that first show at Morgan Stanley Children's Hospital, and I got to perform for these kids, and that's when I realized it's not about me. It's something so much greater. And that's how I had my 180 shift into learning the art of giving. We all know that we're all about giving in the physical therapy profession, but I came from a different background where it was all taking for me. I just take. Oh, come look at my reel, come see my show, come support me doing this, me. Fairy Tale helped me extend outside of myself. And from that, I was able to explore in my clinical rotations the art of giving even more so. And then, of course, when I graduated. Now, I'm going to give you a little shift now. I graduate, you think it's all happily ever after. It's not. It definitely was not. I took a course during my final year, Smart Success Physical Therapy course, which was a business course that helped me open up my mindset for what is possible out there. There are many other business courses out there that I highly recommend you just take one. Just take one so you know of your options, okay? And when I graduated, I already had things moving forward for me to own my own business. So I knew I didn't want to commit full time to one job. So I did PRN with multiple physical therapy companies. And I learned something big, because honestly, when you're doing PRN, for those who don't know, working as needed, you're gonna more than likely be working at a place that runs like a mill. They can be defended in many other terms, but they're mills. It is what it is. It's okay, that's just how our healthcare system is set up, and there are places where the mills have that success and they are helping out people who use that insurance that has a low reimbursement level, You get the idea. So my point being is, when I was at these locations doing PRN, I actually found I was not able to practice to the level I wanted to practice. I wasn't able to give at the level I wanted to give. Patient after patient after patient, and all those things that you would be like, oh my God, you were in that spot where working with so many patients? Yeah. When you're seeing that many patients a day, how can you really be your best? Definitely not me. I'm the first one to say, yeah, I'm not gonna be a productivity person. I'm gonna be a personal person. So you know what I did? I just took the leap and I started my business. Oh my God, so much work behind the scenes. I still have that anxiety and stress that I've mentioned before in past videos, but it is so worth it, because when I'm working with the patient, not only do I know my patients' names, I know their kids, I know their wives, I know their family members, I know their recent trip, I know what's going on with them, all in addition to their injury. I know them, and you know what that does to that adherence? It increases their adherence, and they get better. They get better faster. Which brings me to one beautiful cause of my stress. because they get better faster, I'm constantly having to try to find new ways to get patients because, oh my God, not because I want 5 million patients, it's because my patients are getting better. Do you know how rewarding that feels? For every single patient to get better faster? It's the dream. I digress. So at the end of the day, for happiness, for me, yes, giving has been a big thing. But for me, really taking that time out and see exactly how I want to give has been extremely key. Now, the answer may not be the same for you, but this is just my journey that has worked. I'm continuing with Fairy Tale Physical Therapy, seeing those beautiful children. I'm absolutely fulfilled. And now, of course, if you don't know, now you know, working my way up with the APTA to make those big differences.